Yes, the recording is being.
Hello, Abu. How are you doing?
Now let's start.
Okay. Hi, Abu. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine.
So have you had your lunch? How is the weather today, and how have you done so far in your psychology tests and the 1 day of group tasks which have been completed?
Uh, I had my lunch and the weather is fine. It's cool and it's not sunny as it was yesterday. It's a bit cool. And the test is yet to be completed. I have not yet started because I got some busy schedule last night. I thought of completing it before the deadline today itself. And unfortunately, I could not attend any of the group discussions because of my shift. But yesterday, as there was no meeting, so I could not join. If at all we had any meeting tonight, then for sure I'll be there in that meeting.
Okay, Abu. So I can see you are a very handsome-looking man. So what is the secret of this beautiful look of yours? Can you share with me so that even I can become a little better, good looking person like you?
You are already handsome, and it's nothing special. It's just I don't uh, do anything special to maintain this. All the regular things, daily face wash and all. That's it. Nothing much. No
You
creams
are
to apply. Just be as natural as it
you are
is.
born handsome then.
Thank
Okay.
God.
So Abu, I would like
Yes.
to know about you in detail over the next half an hour or so. I will be asking you many questions about yourself and about
Okay.
your childhood, your future ambitions, everything. So this interview will be completely about you. So you can feel free to answer everything. And in case you are not comfortable in saying anything, you can just say I deny or I decline to answer this. It will be all right.
Okay.
So now I see that you are working in Hyderabad in some IT related profession. So this was
Yes.
interesting. I want to know about your job, the duties and responsibilities in your current job profile, the likes and dislikes of this profile for you as a person, the working conditions, and how much you earn, and have you changed any jobs till now? And if so, what were the reasons for doing that? How satisfied are you with this job? And any significant achievements you have done in your current job so far?
Okay. So as you mentioned that I'm currently employed in one of the IT companies, renowned IT companies, as a process associate. Our job is to meet the client requirement. Based on the client requirement, we do the needful to them. And as per the uh, policy of our company, we are not supposed to share these details as of what exactly we are doing. But yes, I can share that I'm employed as a process associate. And coming back to my working environment, and as it is the first time that I am into an IT sector, the lifestyle, the environment, working environment is completely, it's like more friendly in nature. People are very easily get in touch and they are easily connected. And the working hours are pretty manageable. Apart from that, the best thing I liked in my job is the punctuality, the time we are given to log in and log out. We are very punctual with that, as well as now we got to know how important is an hour break in one's particular shift. How how to fulfill that 1 hour completely using it properly. That was. one new thing which I learned, because earlier in our previous student life, we used to get breaks, but we never calculated that we'll be using only 1 hour break, or how much break we are using per day, or in particular 9 hours or something. So in these 9 hours, this particular 1 hour break has taught us the value of each second. Like if you're late by a second, then it is considered as late. So being more up to the mark, and then being up to the uh, requirements is very important over there. And yes, it's a new experience for me, learning new things apart from my education which I've pursued, and knowing more about the technology and how it is growing, what is the impact of that particular technology, and how it is helping people in day-to-day life, and how we are as a technicians, which whoever is working behind providing this particular service, are doing their best to provide the best of the particular service. And if there are any faults, we'll rectify it on time. And as a team, we work together, and the environment is very healthy. I try to maintain good relations with everyone, like being friendly, and it's like more or approachable to anyone. Everyone can easily get in touch if they have any query or doubt about the work. We get each other each other's help in every aspect. It's not like no, you are superior, you should not be, or you are something. You should have some boundaries and limits. It's nothing like that. Even our superiors are very easily approachable. We can even if you have any doubt in regards of the process which you're working or something, we can easily approach to them. They are very helpful. The same thing which I try to inculcate in myself is to be more easily approachable to people, so that we can extend the great helping hand. Though I'm very particular about things, like these things have taught me like how to be in a particular group, how to act, and how to be a team worker, and make sure that you are understanding everyone's need, because every people have their own mindset of work. So how to take and involve yourself with them, and make sure that the given task is being completed. This is something very interestingly, like I'm looking forward for this. And moreover, about the working environment especially, I must not forget to say that it has good scope of growth if you are a talented person, and if your work is up to the mark. There are certain things, parameters, if you meet, then there is for sure you will be taken to higher levels in the company, in the organization. And there are various courses which are available for us. If you have free time, we can go through that courses and improve our technical knowledge as well. And apart from this, like I previously did an internship during my college days, and then I was working as apprentice trainee in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for a period of 3 months. And then, as I got this good opportunity and better than that previous one, so I have shifted myself to this particular organization which I have just mentioned.
Okay, that was a very elaborative and informative answer. So now that I have known about your current job and whatever has been happening in your life for the past 1 year or so, let us go a little back. I
Okay.
want to know about your academic performance, starting from your 10th until the latest educational level you have reached, the best and the poorest subjects you have performed in throughout your life. How much were you focused, or how nerdy were you from your childhood? What was your relationship like with your teachers? How was your education financed? And what were the things which you enjoyed the most during your entire academic journey?
Okay. So let me start with my 10th, which is SSC, the senior secondary schooling, which I did from Oxford School in my native place. There, the curriculum was so designed as we were the second batch of that particular school. We were given the highest priority in terms of education and in terms of providing the best of the best teachers to us to help us to clarify our doubts and all. And mostly they have segregated during that particular time. They have segregated us in two batches. One is the top performers, and the other one is who required some push and all. So I was being in the top performing batch. I was able to get that particular competition, and self competition was most of the priority which I gave to myself. Like I need to be better than what I was in the previous exams. I focused on little things like coming to the worst subject, which I must not say worst. Yes, it was a nightmare for me during learning period, as it was very difficult because that language itself was new to me, as it was. I learned it when I joined my school back then when we shifted to India. So it was the regional language Telugu, and for a non-Telugu student to learn this Telugu and completely with out of the blues, it has some different pronunciation and different rulings of things. Like I got much meetings because of that particular subject, and people recognize me as this is the poorest guy in Telugu. But fortunately, I was able to do better in the pre-finals, and then the preparation was very good. Teachers were very supportive, and especially I could recollect the moment when a teacher has called me in the break, and she said, "If you can do better in one of all the subjects, why not this particular subject? Why are you to try and at least learn from it? You know, I know that you can write and do things, memorize things, but just understand the language. You have sufficient time." That particular moment when she has called me and gave me this counseling session, I just sat for a night over then, and then I thought, yes, if I'm able to do another subject, let me put some more efforts in this. And fortunately, the result itself spoke, and people were not expecting that. Even the teachers were not at all expecting me to get 10 points in Telugu subject. So not only that, I was the topper of that school as well, of that particular batch. And yes, the hard work which I did throughout, and which the teachers especially gave us throughout their effort, they gave the best of this education to us during that particular time. We used to be with them as a family, like anything. Since morning 7 to evening 10, we were in the school, we were with the teachers, and they were guiding us throughout the subject knowledge. If any doubt we have at any point, we used to get clarified as soon as possible. And then the result in 10th was like I came out with flying colors. That was the best moment for me. Like being the topper in all the school was something different. And for a particular time, it was like I was not sure. Yes, I was the topper. But then when I went back to school, and then when teachers started introducing me and to the school fellows, and then I got, yes, you have achieved it, and there are many more. And then this is how the class 10th education was with all it was with flying colors. And then I moved to my college, which is Hyderabad Institute of Excellence, which is located in Vikarabad district, and it is around uh, 4+2, like 4 hours from my hometown to one destination, and then from here 2 hours, around 7 hours journey from my home. It's a residential college, and thereafter it was those 2 years were one of the best memories which I made in the residential college. As people say that if someone has missed something in life, that is the hostel life. So the hostel life, I was fortunate enough to be a part of hostel life for 2 years, and there we made many memories. Especially, I met my sports instructor, who is my guru till date, and we are still connected. And I'm happy that he has been my guru since then. We are connected, and his guidance is always with me, and he is very approachable, and he is like a father to me. And those 2 years, I learned many new things. Like I just started developing myself from being mummy's boy, and not even coming out of the house for any reason. Like I didn't roam my city completely during my until my 10th standard. And since coming to this residential college for 2 years gave me many lessons how to interact with people, how to deal with situations whenever you are facing something out of your control or something. And being apart from the family, like making new friends, making another group of family with all those people who are there and sharing all the happiness and joyful moments, organizing to giving mementos to people and making our seniors to pass on with good memories with us. That was those 2 years were wonderful for me, and I learned a lot. I can say, especially, I improved a lot in my sports as well as my academics were also very good, and also I have got exposure to various fields of my future in which I can, and I got a clarity since then what I have to do in the future and what am I capable of. So since then, the journey of defense has begun. And yes, that particular time gave me the path. Yes, this is the path you can find. And when I followed it, it gave me many more options. And then I have moved on with it. So in my 10 plus 2, I was with class A uh, student. I mean, I passed on with the class A grade, which is around 94.6 percentage in class 12. That was a good thing. And the good achievement in 10 plus 2, I must say that I have been fortunate enough to be the band leader of my college for 2 years and the sports coordinator as well in the college. But I was not officially there, but as a volunteer, I was there for all the events in the college. And teachers, as I mentioned in college, one of my guru, the sports head, and then my faculty who have been throughout my subjects. Even I can remember one of the faculty, I guess he is the chemistry sir. He told me, "You have good grip on every subject. Why don't you try for some competitive exams and all?" Then I just gave it a thought, and then I've also started preparing for those competitive exams as well as other exams which are coming. And yes, he was there. Like not only he, there are everyone was very friendly during that time. And in my engineering, yes, this engineering, I must say that was uh, a step which I just could not be satisfied for a short period of time, as complete focus was on like this. I should not be here, but and then I'm happy that I have taken that step with guidance of my parents. Especially my father was a backbone support there because I was in a confusion to join engineering and or to opt some other stream as I have been got an idea of NDA and various entries into defense. I just was confused to take this particular step based on my marks and all. I was getting a free seat, and then my father suggested me college is good and the option is also good. Just give it a try. If at all you have opportunities, you try. And then yes, for the first year, like till third semester, I was in that confusion. But then I started, no, this has to be done with full efforts. I started giving my 100% in engineering as well. And as I have seen that change, as I have come closer to the end of engineering, I could see my grades increasing. Because of initial days, my grades were down, but I told, no, this is not me. I have to work on my grades. And then, yes, I'm happy with the target which I have achieved after it. And engineering also gave me a great scope of life ahead, and how this particular engineering can help me improve myself and contribute better in the upcoming entries and all. I'm happy with that. And engineering also taught me the maturity, the actual working environment, how people are with different ideas, different mindsets, and how they are how creative they are, and how can you manage things. And yes, there are various events which I have also taken part in my engineering, which helped me to give my 100% and made good memories if I look back into engineering, what did I do? Then I have certain things I must say. I've been the team leader in my engineering project, and we visited the site. Being a civil engineer, it was wonderful to be on site and get that first-hand experience of the site and interact with the managers on the site. They give us and how to take things ahead with that particular whatever requirements you have. And the events in especially sports events, organizing those things were the happy days of my engineering, and participating with the football team of my college into various events and winning those trophies back for the college was amazing. Those were memories which I made through the game as well as through the college throughout the college days. So I
Uh,
guess I have.
you mentioned you are a foreign return candidate during your schooling days. So this is some new
Yes.
information. I didn't know this. So tell me a little about this. Like, where were you before coming to India, and what changes did you notice, and how you could cope up? I think Abu is not having good internet connection. Abu, can you hear me? Such a smiling face. Uh, Yes, the network
Yeah.
is better.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Please continue. No. Yes,
I
go
hope
on.
I'm audible now.
Yes, yes, go on.
Yes. So as you mentioned to know about the previous place which I have been before shifting to India, I was there, and due to some network issue, we could not do it. Yes. Before coming to India back in 2012, we were being in Saudi Arabia, in the city of Medina, as my father was employed in Medina. So we were there for around long period of time of 9 years, and there I was a student of Arabic medium. So I know I have Arabic language in my multiple languages, as I know it pretty good. I can understand and I can write it well. So then, when we shifted to India, this was India was completely new because when we went back in 2003, I guess we went to Saudi, and since then we didn't come back to India for a visit or so. It was the complete shift again in 2012. So many things have changed. I have personally grown up. I was a little kid by going to Saudi Arabia and then coming back to India, and I must not forget to say the day I landed in India was something like I felt that अपनापन जो बोलते हैं ना कि that was there in India, and I didn't knew how actually the one person's country is the own country feels like, because you have been since your understanding you have been to some different country and you have seen people over there, because over there we were very close, and especially mom has very strict rules not to allow
Oh,
any
okay.
your children to go out or something. She was very
Okay.
conservative with us.
Let us leave this topic over here. Now, I would like to
Mhm.
know about your family. So, tell me about your father's and mother's occupation, your siblings, and what they are doing, how your relationship is with all your family members. Whenever you have any problem, or if you want to share something personal, whom do you approach first? And as a family, how you spend time together, what activities you do, and a little about your neighborhood, if you can.
Okay, sure. So my father is self-employed. He works on mini contract works into construction field, and my mother is a housewife, and in the house we are, including me, we are seven siblings, and I am the eldest one. And after me, I have three brothers and three sisters. all of them are studying, and one is in college. He is pursuing his engineering. The rest of them are in school, and they are very like we have this special bonding with as a big brother. Whenever I go home, it feels like yes, they are waiting, and I'm also waiting to see them. And we go with some surprises. We go with some chocolates, and they also await my presence in the house. And whenever I'm in the house, like as I'm doing my job, I mostly stay in Hyderabad, away from home. But whenever I go home, I make sure that I have sufficient time with the family, and then extract some time with friends over there in my native. Uh, we have interactions. We have family little parties in the house. I arrange them some ice creams, cakes, or we make some new dishes in the house whenever I'm there. They demand something. चलो भाई आज ये बनाते हैं, आज कुछ नया करते हैं. Then we start making some cakes or some miniature recipes. Try new things like BBQ and all. And if at all they have any doubts in the studies, they are very happy to approach with me. And I'm very much particular about their studies as well. Whenever I go, if they have any doubt, yes, we sit together, we have that doubt clarification as well. And
Okay.
also, yes,
No, no, please continue.
as part of our neighbors, I must say neighbors are very friendly, and we have all one of our relatives, like my uncle, stays exactly beside us, and then we have very friendly neighbors, easily approachable, and we have that particular close bond with our neighbors as well.
Okay. You missed answering whom do you approach for help in case you
Yes,
feel
yes,
the.
yes. I'm sorry for that. I was recollecting it, but in the and I thought of answering it. Uh, During it depends. Like mostly, I approach my mother, but if things are related to some financial issues or something, then I approach my father in this case. But mostly, mother is the first call because sometimes father maybe might be busy in his work, so he might not answer the call. He usually suggests to call mom in the house so that she's available and we can get at least a message conveyed to him later on through mother.
Okay. So till now, I have known the professional side of Abu, the academic side, and the family side of Abu. Now
Yes.
let me look at what Abu is as a person, something informal. This will be a very
Okay.
light conversation, so feel free to answer in any manner. Abu, so how do you spend your free time? What are your hobbies and interests? What things do you enjoy doing the most? Do you watch any TV shows or programs? Which one is your favorite? And as you had mentioned about your interest in sports, at what level have you played, and what is your future plan of action to get into professional sports? And such kind of things. You are free to answer any other questions also, which I haven't asked.
Okay. As you mentioned, like about the personality, like in my free time, like I usually plan my free times. It starts with going to bed early and then waking up in the morning with the usual prayers as on time. And then if at all I have some work, I'll complete it immediately, and then we go to for a short workout and then come back. That will be around for a half an hour, 45 minutes. If not outside, at least I'll do in the house itself, uh, in the flat itself. And then getting ready for the breakfast, and then start moving for the office. And then altogether 9 hours in the office, and then by the time we come back, it's all exhausted. So if at all I had some work like some grocery shopping or something, I'll try to fix it by myself. If not, then I'll just ask my brother or the other roommate who is there. and make sure that the work is done. And then we had dinner. If at all we had some outing or something, we'll go for it. But if it not, we'll try to make sure that we are going on week offs or weekends so that everyone will be together and we can enjoy together. Otherwise, we'll be at home and watch some. As of now, the IPL is going on. We'll try to get some touch on the score and all. If not, we'll be just have some chatting with all the roommates. Yes, what is the next plan and all, and then just going back the routine. And apart from this, my interests and hobbies, as I've mentioned in sports, I've been playing football till my engineering, till last year, which is till I passed out from engineering. And apart from that, I also continued playing, and I'm playing now as well, but not in that particular professional way because of time constraints. I'm trying to manage that as well, so it should not be missed. And I have participated in football. The highest level of participation was representing India in Indo-Nepal Futsal Championship, which is held at Nepal. And then two nationals. One is from college, and the other one is from Telangana team. I was being the captain of that particular team during that tour, and one national achievement in my college before we ended. We were the champions of the national sports meet, which has held with the universities in our region. And apart from this, I also personally like cycling. Long cycling, long distance cycling. I'm sorry for this. And also, I practice long endurance runs like 3 km, 5 km, and occasionally with long runs more than 5 km, like 10 km. And just to mention that it was, I was very much active in this till the last year, but while playing football, I just got an injury on my knee. So the doctor suggested me to just reduce that constraint over your knee, especially so that you can get it healed very soon. And yes, I'm recovering it from that particular injury, and I'm getting back to that particular routine again. And also, as you have mentioned about the interest and other things, what I do in my free time, and things are like whenever I'm here, if I get time with my flatmates, we usually have some talks with the regarding of this particular, how my experience is in this particular job and how can I guide them. And if at all, even there are some people who are interested in cooking, so I ask if you are, let's make something new. If they suggest something, then I ask them to let's do it together. And then being in the flat, like being the eldest one here, so I make sure that people are doing their work. We usually distribute the work in with all the flatmates so that the work on that particular day is done, like from cleaning to grocery shopping or something, and maintaining the house decorum, like in and out. We make sure that yes, we are a family, and if anything is if you have any problem, if you need any assistance, then everyone is there for you to help. So this is how I made sure, and we actually made sure that the house environment looks like being apart from home. And I guess I'm missing the last bit of the
No,
questions, if possible.
you'll
Yeah.
ask question after a while. Forget
Okay.
about it. So tell me, why do you want to join the army?
Yes. This is question has really made me to think a lot and then find get the exact the unique answer which I started for the army. So it was I must recollect those days when I was in 10 plus 2. As my interest was to be in the Air Force and then to be the one of the finest astronaut of the country. That was my aim since childhood, and then I focused on it, and I have studied a little about it, and then I came to know that mostly the fighter pilots will get the opportunity to be the finest astronaut or astronauts of the particular country. Then I opted to be like, let's achieve this step first, and then give it a try for becoming that particular thing. And then with the discussion with my guru, he has guided me. Yes, you have an option if you are into this field and you are. I can see that potential in you. You need to work upon it. I have taken that particular suggestion seriously, and I've worked on my personality as well. And since then, I fixed my thing. Yes, I have to be in the Air Force one or the other day. And as we have gradually moved on life, and the Air Force requires strict medical fitness. And later on stages, I observed that I had myopia. I'm suffering with myopia. So I thought of if at all there is a correction or there is a cure for this, I'll still pursue that particular thing. But if not, so let's not miss it. And we have other options as well, because that particular career I have seen that I can give my 100% that suits me with the personality I am. Like I don't feel good or satisfied to be in a particular place or in a particular seat and just do on the system and this. I am more into like I have to be very active. I have to move from one place to another, interact with people, get new things new challenges every day. So that's how I found out that these defense forces are actually giving you all these opportunities with being into that particular technical education, as well as though you are a civil engineer, though you are a doctor, your uniform is your profession will be a doctor, but you wear that particular uniform, which gives you that wide opportunities to explore your limits. And yes, you can hit hard on your uh, to push your boundaries and get explorers. So that inner satisfaction is very much important while doing things. So I found out that yes. Things have been fortunate enough for me to like my family and the previous days which I have been. We were more into service, like service things. We used to have some all service kind of activities, like for the poor or organizing an iftar meets, distributing food packets for poor and all. That sense of providing the service has really inspired me a lot, and I found out that these particular organizations are the first point of contact in any kind of disaster or something, but they are ready to serve. And this name itself says services. So I found, yes, this is the particular place where I can give my 100%. Also, if I had at all, I had something beyond, which is unexplored in myself, I'll get an opportunity to explore. Like I love to travel, I love to see new places, be an adventure, and make things every day, meet a new thing or face a new thing or challenge. So I found out this particular organization, and then as I have moved through my education and giving my attempts in the SSB, I understood that yes, army is actually yes. If you are a civil engineer, then I found out for a civil engineer and for me particularly, who is interested more into the roads and highways, army has vast number of opportunities to provide, which gives us the environment to work in tough terrains, explore our limits, see that the particular task is done. And that's how I felt, yes, I can do myself. I can do my best in this particular area. And yes, I'm very fortunate to meet army officers in due time, and I have seen their lifestyle, the discipline. I must say that they're very particular. Things are perfect in the nature. My guru himself, like when I see him, he has shown me the way. So I personally take his image as a replica. So I try to be as him. Like he was very much perfect, particular about little things. I can relate you this thing with a particular incident which happened. Usually in colleges, people are not. Whenever we click a photograph or something, people are just clumsy and they are shuffling here and there. But not only in the college, in college days and other events, whenever we go, I have observed that whenever our sir used to come. He used to organize people in a straight way, like the captain should be beside the guest, rest of them seated in a proper manner. if there are around odd number of people, then how to balance them on the either sides of the chief guest and all. Those things really gave me those discipline teachings that a person generally don't, people don't recognize that this has to be. But after days passes and we look back to that photograph, we see, yes, this is a particular team which is giving you a positive vibe rather than being in a clumsy. I have two sets of photograph which we friends have generally taken, and one is with the sir with his
Okay.
direction. So that particular thing
Okay.
has inspired me a lot.
There, I got an idea. I got a fair idea as to why you are motivated to join the armed forces. Good to hear that. Now, tell me any three weapons you know which are being used by the Indian Army.
Okay, one is AK-47 and the Bofor guns. I remember that, and the Bhishma T-90 tank, as well as the apart from this, we have some missiles like BrahMos and hand pistols.
Okay,
And
so you mentioned Bofors guns. Have you heard about the controversy about this Bofors guns which happened during the Kargil war? Have you heard about it, or do you have any idea?
no, I just heard that there were the Bofor guns were the main reason to stop the enemy behind the lines. And about this controversy, I'm not aware of it, but I'll surely look into this and bring it to my knowledge.
Okay. Can you tell me any three latest news happenings you know about?
Yes, recently we had the war going on in international news, is it? Which recently came across, and I'm following it because one the recent news is the Sudan war, which is going on between two military of the same particular country. Indian people who have been stuck there were being evacuated by the help of Indian Army and Indian Air Force with the help of the Saudi Army as well. And in India, we have the especially the upcoming event, which is the recent one happened, the Mann Ki Baat of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which I recently read about it. It was the 100th episode, which is we he expresses his desire to be in touch with the people and how he actually it has started. And that few lines were very interesting. That yes, there were very motivating. That yes, the leader of the country is doing his best to be in touch with the people of his country through through various modes. Like he has taken the radio mode so that to maintain the particular thing in this, to maintain that particular vintage feeling of radio thing in the country was a good idea.
Okay. So since you are so motivated to join the defense forces, there must also be some plan B. So what is your plan B if not for defense forces?
Like plan B, I have planned it to pursue masters in my respective field of engineering, and also during this time I must also try again and again. If not now, I have sufficient chances, and I'm sure that during this time I'll just crack it one or the other day, and I won't let it go. Plan B is to be the in this complete masters and then also try for this. And meanwhile, give you a shot. If not this time, for sure the next upcoming event is ready.
That's good to know. So Abu, for the past 45 minutes or so, I have asked you many questions. So
Yes.
do you have any questions in return?
No, as far as no, I don't have any questions.
Okay, Abu, I think we are done here. I wish you all the best. Do well in
Thank you
your
so much.
series. I will see you in the conference again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, this is the end. You can stop the recording, Abu.
1 second.